Hello, I'm Matthew Pfeiffer with MattPfeifferCoaching.com. Thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I talk about all things narcissism. So if you have narcissists in your life that you're dealing with, make sure that you hit the subscribe notification. You also hit the bell notification so you're notified each and every time I upload a new video. I upload a new video 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And if you have a question that you would like for me to answer on a video, make sure you send that question to justaskmatt@mattpfeiffercoaching.com. Just make sure that the questions are very direct, 2 to 3 paragraphs max, and you're very direct and to the point. And be very patient. I will get to your email, but I have a lot of paid coaching clients that I talk to, and I have to get to them first, and I also get a lot of questions on all of my social media platforms and that sort of thing. So, definitely send them in. And but if you have a question, and the quickest way to get my attention and is to book a paid coaching session with me on my website, mattpfeiffercoaching.com, and I will get to you as soon as I can. But that's the fastest way to get my help is to book a paid coaching session, mattpfeiffercoaching.com. But like I said, hit the bell notification and the subscribe notification, and you will you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. So with that said, I'm going to get to this email. This is about a narcissistic mother. So keep in mind, narcissists can be a mother. They can be anyone. So this email goes, hey Matt, my mother is a narcissist and has always tried to destroy anything good for me, as well as any relationship I have ever had, even my own relationship with my children. A lot of narcissistic mothers do this. Sometimes they see you as competition and will destroy things. And I'll talk about this in another video, but when a narcissistic mother or father, for that matter, consistently destroy things, what that leads to as an adult is a conditioning. It leads to you being conditioned to self-sabotage things later on in life. So I'll talk about that in another video. But she has always manipulated my sister and turned her against me. What is that? That's triangulation. A lot of times we think that family members have passes and they will not do these things. But if they are a narcissist, even in just the same way that a narcissist who is a romantic partner will triangulate you against friends, family members, and their new mistress or their new narcissistic supply. A narcissistic mother will do the same thing with your siblings, with your cousins, and with other family members, aunts, uncles, and that sort of thing. So she says, she always manipulated my sister and turned her against me, and in return, my sister would act just like her. What is that? That's the golden child. That's the idealized child, right? Which the person that's writing this is the devalued child. The narcissist there's always narcissistic roles. You've seen some of the videos that I've uploaded about the golden child, the scapegoat, and those sorts of things. If you haven't, definitely check those out. All of them are on TikTok. Some of them are on Instagram that I've uploaded. I tried to implement boundaries, and they went absolutely crazy. Boundaries are a narcissist's kryptonite. They do go crazy. Mainly my mom. So the email continues. So she called and the mother called and came to her job in hopes to get her fired. We're now looking at financial abuse from this narcissistic mother. This is someone that, even though she's a mother, you probably should have gotten a restraining order if you have not gotten a restraining order on her already. So she showed up to her house and kicked her door, and she kicked her door in, would pay people to come to her door just to try to get her outside. I lived in hiding constantly. My list could go on and on of all the outrageous things that has been done. This woman 100%, even though it's your mother, needed restraining orders and charges pressed against her. I know it's mothers. I know it's in this situation it's family. But family is, even though it's family, that's not an excuse for abuse. I went no contact for almost a year and would not speak with either one of them, meaning the mother and the sister. Good for you. That was the proper response for these things. You should have kept no contact rather than breaking no contact, because you said almost a year. You should have kept it going. I then tried to reestablish a relationship with boundaries. I'm guessing that didn't work because you tried boundaries earlier, right? And that did not work. I was doing counseling then, and it was recommended. That was a bad recommendation. When the counselor heard how bad this was, the counselor should have told you to tell your mother to fuck off. Actually, shouldn't have told her anything. You should have just kept no contact. But anyway, my relationship with my sister has grown stronger, and we have been on good terms. Sounds good on the surface, but watch this. I am now, again, on no contact with my mom. Neither myself or my children see her. That's good. My sister has implemented boundaries with my mom, and she will not become upset with me just because my mom is, and then my mom's. So long story short, she's not going to be upset with the fact that the person who's writing this is no contact with the mom. But remember what she said about the mom earlier. She doesn't respect boundaries, so she's likely not going to accept these boundaries from the sister either. And what will likely happen is that she's going to end up triangulating the sister against the person who wrote this again. History repeats itself. So she said that the sister will not be upset with me just because my mom is, and then my mom started treating her the same way she treated me. So she's treating the sister the way that because there always has to be, because the sister who was the golden child is not living up to the golden child's standards, so to speak. She's not doing what the narcissist wants. She is now the scapegoat. She's moved from the idealized child to the devalued child. So now the sister is being treated the same way. So the sister has to make a decision on this is the triangulation I was just talking about. And saying things saying things like, you're the only person I have. She's saying, so the mother is saying this to the sister, you're the only person I have. How could you take her side, meaning the person who wrote this, claiming she would kill herself? What is this? You're already seeing fear, right? She's intimidated the person who wrote this. Obligation, right? You're obligated to treat this person the way that she should be treated because she's your mother, right? And guilt. If you don't comply, I'm going to kill myself. You see this consistently from a lot of narcissists, but a lot of narcissistic parents use the FOG method, F-O-G, fear, obligation, and guilt, to try to manipulate you back into what it is that they are trying to get you to do, right? You see it right here clear. And because a lot of narcissists use suicide threats as a method of manipulation. If you see or hear a narcissist who is threatening to kill themselves if you don't get back with them, or if you don't comply, you still don't do it. You remain no contact, but you call 911 to do a wellness check on them. That's how you handle those situations. You don't want to enable the behavior because it can increase the behavior later on. So that's how you handle that. And if it is a serious threat, you still don't want to go because you need for the authorities to take care of this and to be able to revive them if they actually do follow through with it. So either way, no matter what, you still need to call 911 to do a wellness check when someone threatens to kill themselves. So the email continues. My sister still has a relationship with her, and my fear is my mom will ruin the relationship I now have with my sister, and I have always wanted. There's nothing you can do about that, right? If your sister chooses to side with your mother, there's nothing you can do about that. But what you need to be careful of is your sister running back to your mom giving her information that you don't want her to have. So take your sister day by day, but if she begins to act like your mother again, or she begins to side with your mother or give her information that you don't want your mother to have, you may need to go no contact or low contact with your sister again, right? But your mother, I would stay no contact. This relationship is done. Just because someone has the title of mother, just because they gave you birth, does not give them the right to abuse you or treat you like shit. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you again. Don't forget to hit the subscribe notification, hit the bell notification if you want my assistance one-on-one. Make sure you go to mattpfeiffercoaching.com to book a paid coaching session with me. That's the fastest way to get my help. Or if you would like to submit an email, make sure you send it to justaskmatt@mattpfeiffercoaching.com. All of that will be in the description. And until then, I will talk to you soon.